What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Affleck9916. Welcome back. Episode 12 of the Hard Economy mod walkthrough in Euro Truck Simulator 2. In the last episode, we just got to St. Petersburg, Russia, and I've taken another job. We're going to be heading up to Viborg and then eventually into Finland. So my plan kind of is, guys, the game plan, I want to explore all the cities in Finland and then head down back to here, click off the rest of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. And then perhaps after that, we'll finish off, we'll either head into Poland or we'll head back to Scandinavia and finish off the, the southern part, which I haven't really gotten to yet. I got to get up to Bergen as well. But this is, kind of where I want to explore next. I did make one change from the last episode. It's suddenly daytime because I got rid of that early sunset mod for real, or actual day-night mod, depending on what time of the year it is in real life. So, I will go back to using that when I install the winter mod, although I think the winter mod already adjusts the sunset, so we'll see. But that will happen when, as I said, when my Christmas break is over and I'm going to do the winter mod. I want to be able to explore this area the way the game intended it to be, so it's kind of weird playing summertime in the wintertime. It's not perfect, but it is what it is, and it's also weird because it was dark when I got here, and now it's suddenly light, but that's alright, that's what it is. We got 5 tons of potatoes. No, we had potatoes in the last one. This time we are carrying stone wool, 5 tons of stone wool, whatever stone wool is, from Viborg, or from St. Petersburg up to Viborg in Russia. So that's going to be our first delivery today, and then we'll do a second one. Hope you guys are once again having a good day. I know there's 2 uploads in the same day. I did them separate. I thought about doing like a 2-hour upload, but I wanted to give you guys, a little break in between, because I know that most of you, I've only been getting 10 views a day on these as it first has come out. So, I know that the majority of these views on this video are going to be people watching it after the fact. So that way, okay, let's not hit anything here. Sorry guys, I'm holding up your traffic. See, this is nice. Look, they got like a little turning bay area so you can make the wide turn. That's pretty nice. That's like, they have those at airports actually. That's a pretty cool thing that they added on. I'm gonna exit here and kind of drive through this little area and collect this discoverable while I can. I don't think it'll add much time. I hope it doesn't add much time. I've kind of made a pact to not exit the highway for certain cities and to kind of, so I can collect all them. I actually want to make deliveries to them and do it realistically. But I do want to, okay, it's a truck dealer. So I was hoping that it would be I was hoping instead of a truck dealer that it would be a recruitment agency, but instead it's just a DAF truck dealer. So not really what I was looking for, but it is what it is. At least I have one discovered now. And that's the second one I've already discovered in this episode. So owning a truck has kind of allowed us to do the one, and now we got another. So let's go ahead and get back on the highway here. Head back to around St. Petersburg. We'll take a look at our route, as I like to do. Looks like we'll just get on the A118, go right around St. Petersburg, and then get on the M10 to Viborg, and then of course we'll head right into Finland, try to do a short little delivery for the second one. 3 hours, 3 minutes, hopefully that's what it actually takes. The last delivery was supposed to take 5 hours, 20. It ended up taking over 8 hours to do, which killed us a lot in time. But I guess that's a lot. We ran into so much traffic, so many back roads. There were just a ton of delays that kind of slowed us down, unfortunately, and I guess it is what it is. So I hope we also don't have to rest. This is not due until Saturday morning, so if we need to rest before we get there, we will in fact go ahead and rest, but hopefully we can get there and then rest in Viborg for the night. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get back on the main highway around St. Petersburg. But if you guys are watching on a different day, hope you guys are having a good whatever day it may be. Or if you guys are watching right after the last episode, hope you guys are continuing to have a good day. Hope you guys enjoyed the last episode if you just watched it. Look at this bridge. This is really cool. Check it out. Look how big the city is, too. There's just towers everywhere. I mean, the city just goes on for kilometers and kilometers. It's like an endless, seemingly endless city. It's incredibly huge. But that's a cool bridge to go over. And it's nice. It's not going to get dark till super late now. When we're in Finland, it's probably hardly going to get dark at all because the game takes place in the summer. So that'll be quite interesting. I still can't believe that it's actually a four-lane road that goes around St. Petersburg. I haven't seen any other 4-lane roads in Euro Truck Sim. I'm sure there's some around like London and Paris or something like that, which are the two largest cities in Europe. I think Moscow might be bigger. I know London and Paris are the two largest cities in Western Europe. I don't know if you include Russia, how that factors in. Russia's a very populated area. You just don't know as much about the cities as you do in other parts of Europe, because the cities are more famous for their culture and all that. And you know, as I discussed in the last episode, Russia's had a lot more issues than a lot of the rest of Europe. I mean, with the Soviet Union history and all that, things have just been very different. But so far, I'm really enjoying this map expansion. I'm more impressed by anything by how dense the forest is. It actually looks... I wonder if there's just like a wall in the background that they put up. And I don't think every tree is like individual in there, but this looks way better. I actually feel like I'm driving past a forest now, instead of feeling like there's just a couple trees on the side of the road, which is what it felt. I mean, even in Scandinavia, it wasn't bad in Scandinavia, but it wasn't quite this good. So I gotta say that they've definitely done a good job with the forest expansion, which maybe it's just something I'm nitpicky about and I'm being silly about, but I mean, it's how I feel. So it is what it is. It's a nice lake. A couple rolling hills on the other side of it. Looks a lot like Scandinavia still. Of course, that's the fun part about this map expansion, is the scenery is quite similar to Scandinavia, actually. It's not all that different. Looks like this becomes an exit lane here. Alright, buddy. I gotta... Pass me. Come on, what are you doing? Why are you slowing down? Keep your speed up, man. Don't know what he's doing. Don't know what he's thinking. Alright, just an hour 54 minutes now. I guess this road just kind of goes way around St. Petersburg. But it is 90 kilometers an hour, which is nice. And it means, like, no traffic at all. No issues with slowing down through stop signs and all that. We're actually going to get there in the amount of time that it's taken us. To be honest, this has ended up being a real short delivery. It's gonna make my episode short. The last one was long though, so I guess the variance will be good. Let me know in the comments what type of length you guys like in the episodes. If you guys like the 1-hour episodes, I will keep doing longer episodes. I've only done 30 to 45 minutes, but the last couple have each been like an hour, or over an hour. And if you like them longer, I'll do them longer. But I need to see the comments saying that it's what I actually need. Oh, look at that, my driver's yawning. Haven't heard that sound in a while, because I haven't been driving with a truck I own in a while. Hopefully we can make it there before it's time to sleep. It is almost 8 o'clock. Oh, this guy's gonna pass. Alright, I was gonna get over and pass these guys in front of me, but they don't seem to want to do it. And man, does the sky look different. I mean, it's so weird seeing the sun. It's so weird, it's 8 o'clock and I can see the sun all of a sudden. It's like a sudden change in seasons. I've been used to it getting dark so early in the game. And now it's suddenly still light out this late. It feels really weird. Part of me kind of wants to put the winter mod on already, but I wanna see what Pro Mods properly did to the scenery and to the game. Or Pro Mods. What SCS did with the expansion. I don't know what I'm talking about. I keep seeing those little things in the middle of Russia on the sides of the highways. I don't really know what they are. They look old. I mean, I wonder if there's some old Soviet infrastructure that they did or something like that. I really don't know what that is. It's quite peculiar, though. I've noticed 2 or 3 of them now. Alright, looks like we gotta slow down to 70. There we go. Just use the engine retarder to slow down. See, that's why I got it, so I don't have to jam on the brakes all the time. That's a cool overpass. Look at the street lights on those. They're very weird shaped, very peculiar. Very cool. Yeah, I need to sleep. I'm gonna get a no sleeping penalty if I don't. What's the time until next rest? 1 hour 4 minutes, and we're 58 minutes from, so let's go ahead and complete the delivery. I mean, we're gonna barely get there on time. before we get a penalty for not resting. It is not due until tomorrow, but that's alright. So is this the border checkpoint here? What is this? Speed limit down to 40. Oh, I think it's just a toll. Looks like it is in fact a toll road. Didn't know that Russia had any of those. But I guess they do. Why can't I use the one on the left? That's weird. I can use all of them except for that one. €3. That's about the cheapest toll I've ever seen in this game. Very interesting. Oh, 50 minutes and the next rest stop at 54. We're barely cutting this one close, aren't we? Barely, and we got to go through the border too. So you know what? This is not due until 15 hours. So I think I'll just rest when I see a. Is there a rest stop before the? Is there a rest stop before Viborg? Oh no, there's not. Oh yeah, I don't have to go through the border. Viborg's in Russia, not in Finland yet. So I think we'll be okay. Let's just get up to speed here. 48 minutes and 45. So we're just gonna barely make it. And then we can go rest in the city. We just got to do a good job backing in so it doesn't take forever, you know? Alright, where does this split? Oh, it looks like we have to go to the right here. That goes somewhere else. Not where we're going. You are getting tired. You should find a parking place to rest. Yeah, I'm aware. There's just not really many. Oh, this stays down at 70, doesn't it? Turn that retarder on, down to 70. Okay, we can keep it at that. Alright, yeah, that gave us about 6 more minutes. See, I sped up that on-ramp a little bit quicker than the speed limit, and it helped. It saved a bunch of time. It's amazing, you know, with the time dilation, when you change your speed just a little bit in the game, it can really affect how long it takes to get somewhere, which is why you can't be driving below the speed limit. I mean, in real life, you drive below the speed limit for a minute, it's not going to hurt you. In the game, it's absolutely going to hurt you, and you absolutely got to, you know, make sure that you are keeping up as fast as you can. Alright, let's go ahead and exit here for Viborg. Pine trees are looking nice. Little pine forest. Man, it's 9 o'clock, and it's still light out. It does not want to get... It almost feels wrong having it get dark this late. I guess that's summertime in Russia, though. What can I say? My goodness. When you're this far north, it just doesn't want to get dark. Alrighty, Viborg. There's a guy on YouTube that had the series early, had the expansion early, and he went to Viborg as well, but he drove in from Finland. He went the other way, so I'm kind of doing the opposite of what he did. Yeah, I know, I'm getting tired. Alright, Viborg discovered. That's our 5th Baltic state city that we've discovered, which is awesome. Slow down here to 60. Alrighty. Which way activates the retarder? I think I'm doing it backwards. That turns it on, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, retarder activated. Okay. So that's the way to put it down. I was just trying to figure out which arrow key was right. Alrighty, let's go ahead and make this delivery. We got 12 minutes to our next rest stop, and obviously the time dilation is going to be a lot slower in the city. So we'll go ahead and make this delivery. Where do you need it? Back there. Okay. Back there? I don't even see the thing. Should I head back this way and loop around? I'm not sure how this one's going to exactly work. Let's see. There it is. Okay. So it was just back behind the other one. You are getting tired. You should find... Yeah, I'm probably going to get a fine. Ugh. Probably going to get a fine for not resting on, like, the first day of this. Alright, let's go ahead and back this up quickly so I can get to a resting spot. Go ahead and flip this way. Try to hurry it up the most I can because I'm almost out of time. We're not going to try to make it good. Right now, let's straighten it out. Actually, this one will end up very good. See, look at that. I don't put any thought into it. absolutely fantastic. Park and brake on. Let's go ahead and unload the trailer. I guess an hour will have passed, so I don't know how that's going to affect the resting. Maybe I'll need it. 365 euros and some more experience, and we're not going to... Do we want to take one from right now and just head into Finland? I think we do. We'll rest. When's it due, though? Saturday at 1600. So that gives us more than enough time. I mean, it's only a 4-hour drive, and we're going to rest. I mean, that looks like the best one. I want to head into Finland, so we'll go ahead and take 20 tons of roof tiles into Finland. Cargo's been loaded. Yeah, we still have 7 minutes to rest, so it's time that you've done driving, so that's good. All right, we'll put that into forward, and let's go ahead and find a quick and nearby rest stop. It looks like there's one right here, so one right along our route. We'll just go ahead and rest there. All right, it's 10:42. 10:42 p.m. and the sun is finally setting. That's incredible. It does not feel right. But we'll rest through the night and it'll be a good old daytime again. When we drive... Okay. I know, I'm getting tired. I know. Let's go ahead and get on this road here. No one's coming. That's a big factory right there. Viborg seems like a cool little city. That tower down there looks cool as well. What's that? That's like a dirt road. I think you can drive down it. Wonder if there's like a Easter egg down there or something like that. Pokemop K. I have no idea. Maybe it's a... Maybe they'll use special transport down there eventually or something like that. It's hard to say. Alrighty. Rest up 4 minutes, so we're just barely gonna make it. Hopefully the time dilation doesn't start going quicker once I get out of the city. No trains coming. Go ahead and cross over that. Alright, I gotta get there quick. 3 minutes. It's like a bunch of logging stuff back here. That's quite cool. Alright, here we go. Maintenance and rest. Okay. I know, I'm getting tired. We got 2 minutes to get to a rest stop, or else we're gonna get ourselves a fine. Let us in, let us in. Thank you, thank you. We can now finally properly rest. Alright. Where is it? What do I have to do to be able to... There. Press the following to stop the engine. Okay, put the parking brake on. Voila! We just made it in time. That was a close one. But we are good to go. Good morning, Russia. Turn our lights off, because it seems to never get dark here. 7:48 a.m. Alrighty. Go ahead and have this gate open back up for us. And let's head to Finland. That was a close call, but very, very well done by me at the end right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at our route. So we came from Viborg right here, so we're going to head up onto the M10 again. That'll take us into Finland, then we'll get on 12, and that'll get us to Lahti. So I know there's a lot of NHL players from there, so that'll be kind of cool. Looks like we'll go through Kouvola, so we'll get to discover another city on the way. And then head to the rest of Finland eventually. It looks like, see, we're in Stockholm, so we're kind of making like a little loop through all this area. Kind of a cool thing there. I got my Christmas ornament up here in this truck too. I've noticed it seems to bounce around a lot whenever I go over something. That's kind of cool. Alright, 260 kilometers, 4 hours, 17 minutes. We'll be there at 12:07. 12:07-ish. It said 12:06 for a second. Let's go ahead and turn this way towards Helsinki. It definitely feels different being in Russia, I gotta say. You feel like you're in a foreign land. I mean, obviously Europe is, but it's still, you know, the thing is, Europe is the Western world. Russia is like, Russia's Russia, you know, it's its own, the languages, the scripts are different, the culture's so different, the political system's so different. It definitely feels like, oh, I've left the European Union, which is true. We did leave the European Union. It's the first time you can do that here on Euro Truck Sim, except for Switzerland, of course, which is not a part of the EU, but it is a part of the Schengen zone, so it's, in an economic sense, it's a part of the EU, but Russia's just its own complete entity in every possible way. So that's kind of cool. They've added, you know, it's a whole different economical area. I'm still getting paid in euros, of course. I'm sure, I wonder if it's possible if you are based in Russia to actually, if you're based in Russia, I wonder if it's actually, in fact, possible to use Russian currency? I think it is. I mean, I know the economy mod I use has like 30 different currencies on there or something like that. So I think it's possible to change it based on where you are headquartered in for your company. But I'm not sure about that. Alrighty, so Viborg. I don't know why that sign says. Oh, that's for the exit there. It's a nice large interchange right there, isn't it? All right, back onto the M12 motorway or whatever it was. Looks like a little. Look at that. What is that? See, that's another weird little building on the side of a road. There's all sorts of that stuff in Russia, and it's really cool. No idea what any of it is, but it is just fantastic. Alright, long Russian sign there in Helsinki, so I'm sure that's the Russian sign for Helsinki. Ooh, I was going a few over, and the cop did not stop me. Alright, it's got this cruise control on. And head on this little back road to Finland. Which I'm excited to see. Finland, a lot of people wondered why Finland didn't come out when Scandinavia came out. Finland is technically not part of Scandinavia. It is a Nordic country. But as anyone from Sweden or Norway or Denmark will remind you, Finland is not part of Scandinavia, despite the fact that a lot of people think it is. And of course, it's very culturally similar to Scandinavia. That's why I wanted to head to Latvia first. Or to Estonia first. Look at that! Look at the tractor! Farmer Olav has got his tractor going across the road here. I was gonna say Farmer Joe, but then I remember we're in Russia. When I see that on American Truck Sim, I can call him Farmer Joe. But for now, we'll have to call him Farmer Olav here in Russia. Pretty funny stuff. Alrighty. Anyway, that was a cool thing to see. I talked about this in the last episode a little bit. I never really got to finish my thought. But that's one thing that I feel like they're doing a really good job of adding on to Euro Truck Sim. They're really making the game feel more alive. You know, it feels more like like you're out in the real world rather than, what it used to be when it first came out. You could drive the same road 20 times and nothing would be different besides maybe the traffic. But now with all these random events, things you see, it really feels like it's never going to be the same any 2 times that you go past it because there are random events like tractors and trains, and eventually they said in the press conference that they did that eventually the pedestrians are going to have umbrellas if it's raining and all that kind of stuff, and their clothing might be different depending on the weather. Eventually, if they add, obviously they didn't say anything about adding seasons. That's a pipe dream, but if they did, they might do something like that. And which, to be clear, they didn't say that. That was just me speculating. They did say the umbrella thing. They didn't say anything more than that. But, the fact that they are going to add those differences into the game to make it really feel alive is really cool. And it adds a sense of realism because, in real life, it's never... in real life, it's never the same thing any 2 times that you go through somewhere anyway. Speeding violation! Oh, come on. I was slowing down. Oh man, they got me. Ouch. Well, that's no good. That's my first ticket. Besides the car crash in the first episode. So there goes 40 euros. See, those are damaging. I was just trying to use the retarder to slow down, but I guess I gotta be slowed down before the limit, especially around a border crossing, so don't throw me in jail, please. I'll just pay my fine and I'll go. Guess I know that for next time, that I'm gonna have to do a better job of not speeding. That was no good. That was no good. Alrighty, Russia, it's been real. I've enjoyed your multiple cities that I got to check out. I really enjoyed that first city when I first came into Russia. The border crossing there was really cool. The way that there were those castles on the way in was really cool. In the last episode, I really enjoyed that. I've seen this border crossing before because, as I said, I saw it on YouTube from someone a couple days ago. Alright, everything is in order. Have a nice journey. Oh, going too fast again. It's so hard to obey these 20 speed limits that are in this part of Europe. My goodness. Alrighty. So down to 30. and trucks on the right. Looks like cars and buses on the left. I wonder if I tried to go to the left, what would happen? If I just tried to go through that. That would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? Would be very, very weird. I wish you could discover countries the way that you discover cities. You know, it says such and such discovered. If it would do that for countries, I think that would be really cool as well. I wish it would give me a little Finland discovered as I get through this border. I like them to actually show the toll booth people and the border people as well. I think that would be a cool thing for them to do. Alright. Through the border now. And now I can say, ooh, that's a nice red car right there. Very nice. That's how you know you're in Finland, right? Suomi, Finland. 50 in the cities, 80 outside of the cities. Alright, folks, welcome to Finland. I can now officially say we are back in a new country. So three new countries in 2 episodes, which is so exciting. That's what's great about these DLCs. You can kind of just hop around them, check things out. Alrighty. Oh, it's still 30. The speed limit's still 30. I better slow down here. That's a cool house. Looks very Scandinavian. You know you're back. It's like it's funny, you cross the border and you're suddenly back in the Nordic. Back in the Nordic regions again. It's amazing how some borders you cross and nothing changes. Like Sweden and Norway, you can hardly tell the difference. You know, the buildings look the same, the cities look the same, the terrain, I mean, it gradually becomes more mountainous as you head west, but it looks very similar. But you come in from Russia to Finland, and it's suddenly just a different country, you know? You can tell it's a very different world. It's the same, I mean, it's interesting, you know, in the United States, you know, there are many state borders, but they almost look the same when you cross. I mean, there's almost no differences. You cross, you know, from Ohio into West Virginia, Ohio into Pennsylvania, and it doesn't really look different on one side of the border than the other, even though it's actually another state. It's the same way in Europe with a lot of the countries. I mean, even with US and Canada to a point, it doesn't look it looks a little bit different when you cross. Obviously, the road signs become different and all that good stuff. But it definitely is it's definitely still quite similar. I mean, I would say that the northeastern U.S. looks more like Eastern Canada than it does like the southern U.S. in terms of culture and just the way it looks. I mean, obviously the western U.S. looks totally different because of the geography and the terrain. Oh, that's a sketchy merge right there. That's a tight one. All right, 1 hour 54 minutes left here. We do have to go through that one town, so hopefully we don't run into a lot of traffic like we did when we were in Russia and we had to go through those couple towns. Haven't gotten fuel yet. I know that's going to happen eventually soon. VRM Oil. That's a huge gas station. I know with the hard economy mod, hopefully economy overhaul mod, I hope the prices for fuel aren't too bad. Especially because I'm going to try to figure out how much I can make a day to try to worry about that, worry about buying another truck and getting a driver. I noticed in a couple episodes ago that the prices, looks like we got another accident. Oh, his car broke down. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Good thing it's summertime or else he'd be freezing his butt off out there. Wow. That's crazy. Anyway, what was I even talking about? Finland, Russia, border changes. I totally forget what else. Oh, we got to go through another city and hopefully the traffic's not bad. That's what I was talking about. Hopefully that doesn't become a problem. Looks like we're passing by Kovula. Kovala? No idea how to say that. No idea how to say any of these places here in good old Finland. Alright, there's Lehti, straight ahead. So I guess we don't actually pass through the city. We don't actually have to, let's go and slow that down. Alright, looks like we gotta make a left turn here. Yeah, this road kind of ends. See, I think this goes north. That'll allow pro mods to expand eventually. That'll allow them to expand it eventually. Always room for expansion in the game. I can tell you that. Alrighty. So far, Finland looks pretty nice. Looks a decent amount like Sweden. I'd say a little bit more pine trees than Sweden. The road signs are definitely different. The colors are more yellow. I would say Sweden and Denmark and Norway all look more alike. But then you come into Finland, and it actually, I would say, looks a little bit different on this side. Which is kind of cool. Alright, get that cruise control back on. Looks like we got to get down to 70. Alrighty. Kavula left, Leyte straight ahead. Only 1 hour away now. See, back up to 80. I hate these changes. Hate it. But Finland looks pretty scenic. I know there's not a lot of mountains in Finland. So I think this is what most of the country kind of looks like. There's a little hill over there. Maybe there is a bit of undulation in the terrain. Definitely not like Norway, though. Norway and Switzerland are definitely the most scenic areas to drive through in this game. They are just quite beautiful. The Alps and the Norwegian mountains. What's that, a dam on the river or a lock? I think that's a lock. That's quite cool. It's amazing how, like, open all this area is. That's what I didn't expect. There's just a whole lot of... There really is not much around. I mean, there's a couple buildings, but there's not a lot around, which, I mean, obviously SES always makes it quite realistic, so I would assume that in real Finland, this is kind of what the countryside looks like, just large farm fields, it looks like. Random gas station on the side, and is that a tractor path or an ATV path? I'm not really sure what that is that goes under the bridge there. It's kind of like a weird tiny little road that parallels this road, so I'm guessing perhaps it's for ATVs, because I know, like, in northern Michigan they have those next to actual roads. They have ATV roads on the Upper Peninsula, so perhaps that's what it is. Perhaps not, though. I don't know. Maybe it's like a little access road type thing. Haven't really seen anything like that before, but it's kind of cool. Tampere Leyte straight ahead. E75 Helsinki 400 meters. Gonna go right through that. Oh man, someone else broke down. Oh man. Was the front of that car destroyed? I think it might have been. I know the hood was up. I don't know if there was damage on it though. Seems like everyone's having some sort of problem though. Alright, Tampere Leyte. It's a lot of cities close together in Finland and in the rest of the map. That's kind of nice. Yeah, there's that killer loan installment, 556. We've been hovering around 113,000 for the last couple episodes, haven't we? Of course, that speeding ticket doesn't help as well. Alrighty, Leyte discovered, and that is 6 out of 35 now for the Baltic Tourist Achievement. Very, very nice. Go ahead, slow down to 50. Don't get us any more speeding tickets. We don't need that. Alrighty. Exit here. Very well done. That's a weird highway exit onto like a little bridge that turns onto like a little weird tiny little road here. As I said, it's amazing how these are what the roads are like in real life though. It's almost like all the intersections are quite identical to the real life ones. They do an incredible job with it. What's different obviously is just that there's a lot less road in between because it's a lot smaller of a world here on Euro Truck Sim. Although I gotta say the map's gotten pretty big. I'd be curious what the square mileage of the Euro Truck Sim 2 map is. Because if you think about it, you can go all the way from southern France, southern Italy, now to St. Petersburg, Russia. I mean, that's an absolutely huge difference in terms of, or huge difference in terms of geography. That's just a huge size for the map. And they've really made it large. And to think that they're not even done expanding it, but with all the I mean, the base map was already big, because you could go from England all the way down to northern Italy. Now you can go from Sardinia, at the bottom of Italy, all the way up to where Leyte, which I think is the most northern city now in the map. North in Finland. Nah, Tampere is further north, so Tampere and Pori. And Bergen still looks like it's further north than both of those. But look at this, the map, I mean, all the way from here, how far is it to get all the way down to here? I mean, it's a 118-hour drive, but that's there and back. It's just a super long drive to get from one side of the map to the other, which is just incredible. And now, I think since going east is out, you can kind of drive throughout the whole map without having to go through the old portions, which is kind of nice. Police. Oh, he just disappeared. Turn and disappear. Alrighty. Red light violation. What? Are you serious? It was green. I must have pulled ahead. I must have pulled ahead a little bit before it turned green. Oh no! Man, that's a disaster. That's a huge disaster. Wow. Hopefully this is a recruitment agency. Yep. So we lost 100 euros on this trip. So unfortunately, we took some losses on this one. We're gonna have to be extra careful now. The problem was, you apply the brakes and it doesn't stop you. You have to hold the brakes when you're at. It used to be the truck would just stop. You have to be better at that. That's a Scania dealer down there. We can go discover that on our way out. Alright, let's go ahead and turn into here, though. Only 12:16, so we'll get another delivery in today. Not in this episode, but in the game day, shall I say. Oh, there's a garage, too. I wonder what the price is to buy a new garage. Watch that actually be cheaper than what I had done in the past. I want to expand my Stockholm garage, though. Alright. Where do you need it? Down there. Okay, so it's another one of these. Oh, and this time there's a fence. So I think what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to actually head back here. Let's put it into reverse. And we want it to go out my left mirror. So let's go ahead and we're just going to have to reverse all the way down this little alleyway. Go ahead and cut it back to the left. Don't hit the fence. Alright. So if we just kind of turn it down here and back the whole way up, that should work. It's going east delivery. It's not east at all. Alright, that looks good. See the guy standing there? He should be directing me, helping me come in. Instead, he's just doing his thing. Just doing his thing. That is frustrating. Alright, so the problem is I'm going to hit the... Yep, I already hit the fence. So, the problem is the fence is going to be in the way, so I'm going to have to, like, come into here. I don't know how I'm going to turn this thing in because of the fence. I think I'm going to have to get it in now as much as I can. And then just somehow turn it in on a... Can I turn it in on a dime now? Let's see, if I go out like this, and then I just go all the way, will it go right into the... Or is it going to hit the back? This might work, it might not. If I go all the way to the other side now... Oh man, the truck's moving forward. I'm so jackknifed. Alright, let's move forward just a little bit here. Try to get it in at a good angle. Alright, back into reverse. Alright, I think we're just clear of the fence. Yep, just clear. Let's go ahead and turn it sharper now. I should have turned a bit earlier. Yep, I should have turned just a hair earlier. That caused me to hit the back. Thank God it doesn't damage your truck when you just bump it a little bit, or else that would be bad. Okay. Back up again. Alright, now let's turn it early so it'll actually turn in. Come on, come on. Come on, keep backing up. I gotta straighten out my truck here. Or else it's gonna jackknife again and go forward. There we go. Alright, it's not hitting anything. Good. We gotta be missing that fence by like an inch. There we go. Alright, let's move forward. Get it back to the left where it should be. Straighten out the truck. Alright, so it needs to be way to this side. Let's just watch that light post on the other side of my truck. I don't want to hit it. Oh, it's so close. I think we're just going to clear it, though. Yep, just barely clearing the light post. I think I might be bumping the fence a bit. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm touching the fence. Alright, let's try to... How do I get this out the right way, though? That's the question. I gotta go like this, and then straighten it out, put it into reverse. All right, get it over. My, oh my. This has been even more difficult than the last one. All right, that's really good. Stop it there. All right, so actually a somewhat successful job. It's a little crooked. I could perfect it if I wanted, but that's okay. That's going to conclude this episode, guys. We'll go ahead and unload our trailer. How beautiful is our truck? I still need to take more time to appreciate that color scheme. I think I did a great job designing it. 2,000 3D board, 265 kilometers, 14 hours, 30 minutes left. Feel free in the next episode, guys, we'll take another job from right here at Safety, and perhaps we'll head down to Helsinki, and then we'll try to discover. Oh, we can head to Uppsala. Very nice. But we'll try to discover more of Finland in the next episode. That's gonna be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it for now. See you next time. I'm Mr. F like 9916. Peace.